Good evening, everyone. Today is June 16th, and the time is 10:29 p.m. Actually, just turned 10:30 p.m., so it's kind of late for a forecast update, but I kind of just want to give you an update because we have some strong to severe thunderstorms potentially moving through the area tomorrow night into Friday morning and during the day on Friday. So there's quite a bit to look at in terms of thunderstorm activity, a more robust severe weather threat on Friday for Indiana and Ohio, and a potential for some severe weather in Michigan, Upper Peninsula, and northern Indiana tomorrow night. So I'm going to take a look at this, but before I get into this, you are watching this on Great Lakes Weather. Make sure that you like and subscribe for additional content. All I do on here is I take a look at the models, I let you see them for yourself via the direct source, the websites, and then I give you basically an assumption of what I see based on like what I forecast based on that. I'm not an expert. I just do this just because I enjoy doing it, and I'm hopefully the information I provide on this website provides is helpful to you. But if you want actual official forecasts, head to places like the Storm Prediction Center, which is the website that I am on right now. So make sure to like and subscribe. But you have right now you have a little slight risk area for Iowa, Wisconsin, northwestern Illinois. The only place that's really an area of concern right now for severe weather is the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Usually the lake provides more stability to the atmosphere or provides cooler temperatures in which stronger storms can't be supported because of the cold lake temps in the 50s and low 60s. So because of that, they kind of lower the risk at the end of the lake for the lower peninsula of Michigan. But in the discussion that's below on this website here, they're saying that instability in the atmosphere could potentially cause a change in this forecast to shift it eastward and southeastward. So that's going to play a role in what the lower peninsula of Michigan sees. But I think the slight risk is really going to move into northern Indiana because these storms are going to start moving to the east and southeast. And I'm going to show you the model that helps us show like where these storms will be at a certain period of time. So first of all, this is the day 2 outlook. So this is for Thursday, tomorrow night. More likely late in the night tomorrow night for our area in particular. The storms will develop out here during the evening, right near sundown, and then they'll start to move into Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio by early Friday morning. So that's what we'll be watching for early Friday morning. All right, I'm going to go to the day 3 outlook, and if I scroll down here, I should be able to go to it. I'm going to go to today's outlooks. This is spc.noaa.gov, so you can find this for yourself. This threat here is a little bit more robust, and in fact, it seems they've extended it a little bit northward recently. But marginal risk for the lower peninsula. This is the same system that is going to bring the severe weather to this area on Thursday, but it's a little bit more targeting our area. So Indiana, Ohio, you've got some 15% probabilities of most likely damaging winds, maybe an isolated tornado. They say that this slight risk could be upgraded to an enhanced risk in some spots, but since it's so far out, they don't want to make a solid conclusion as to where that will be. So that'll come later, and I will provide updates on that on Instagram and Twitter when they come. So we're going to go to the GFS model. Pivotalweather.com is a great resource to access, but I'm going to go to this website here, Pivotal Weather. So right now we're looking at the GFS model. This is for Monday. I'm also going to talk about a potential for some severe weather on Monday that looks actually pretty good for our area. So I'll take a look at that. But this is the current time. This is at about actually 8 p.m. On, well, 8 p.m. today. 8 p.m. today. This clock that says 0Z, which would mean 12 a.m. But in our time zone, that's 5 hours back. So if you go 5 hours back from whatever 12 a.m. is, where this is 7 p.m. our time. This map right here. So we're in that high pressure, the center of high pressure. That high pressure system that's bringing cool, comfortable air to the area. But we're going to start to see warm, moist air be drawn, getting drawn up from the south come tomorrow. Tonight we're going to be down in the 50s, maybe even the 40s in northern Michigan. It's going to get really cold, comfortable. Don't really need that AC running. Tomorrow you'll need it. It's going to get up to near 90. In fact, I'll show you some of the temperature readings. So you look at the temperatures right now. If I go, so this is in the morning. This is at 1 a.m. Things get really cool quite across our area, but look at this off to the east. There's some really nice heat in this region, and then it really starts to heat up. So this is later in the day on Friday. You start to heat up into the 80s, mid 80s, upper 80s, things like that. So it's going to start to heat up come later in the day. This model is sort of projecting it stays to the south. The temperature changes, but it's actually going to get really warm. So just be ready for warmer temperatures. This model isn't really depicting that super well. But I'm going to go back to the precipitation type, and you have this storm system. This storm system is kind of developed. So this is at 7 p.m. This is where the slight risk area is at. You have the thunderstorms in Wisconsin heading east-southeast. And these storms aren't really going to arrive in our area. See, the upper peninsula is kind of seeing some spotty pop-up showers and storms. We can actually see that better with a model known as the HRR model that gives more high-definition readings than most places do. So if you look at this is the current time actually right now. This model only gives us forecast for 48 hours out. It's a more specific model that gives you more detailed information. So I'm going to actually move ahead to where we start to see the storms develop. So this is Friday around 10 p.m. See, nothing's really moving in our... Some storms might pop up in southwestern Michigan, and then you have some popping up in the upper peninsula of Michigan and in western Indiana. Some could pop up from there. There's going to be instability in the atmosphere that's able to fuel this. You've got this ridge of warm, moist air coming in from the southwest. So if we look at the temperatures on here, I wonder if this will depict it well. Not really. The heat's going to start to build, that's for certain. It's going to get warm in a lot of places. So this isn't really depicting it super well, but it is going to get really warm. But that's going to feed the severe weather. And places such as Wisconsin are getting really hot. This is where the slight risk area is at. So if we go back to the reflectivity, and then we go to the time where we expect the storms to move in. So I'm going to go to 2 a.m. See, this is what's going to develop and move into our area. It's going to hit, looks like the lower counties of Michigan, maybe some of the central counties, central western counties, and the southern tip, which which is usually more severe, is going to hit northern Indiana. And these storms will continue to progress. Some strong gusty winds with these storms. That's pretty much the only thing threatening us right now. But then later in the day, it begins to move out. We see mostly cloudy skies. And then you have the next round coming in for Friday, which the HRR model can't really depict yet. So that's what we're seeing for tomorrow night. Friday, we're gonna take a look at the GFS model for Friday, because right now I don't have. Let's take a look here. All right, so you have northern Indiana. That's for 6 a.m. So that's the storms that already moved through. Let's take a look at Friday in the evening. You have another additional setup of strong storms. Let me go to the regional map here. It's really nice. You can select all kinds of different maps with this. But yeah, you have another line of severe thunderstorms developed. This threat looks a little more robust for this area. So central Indiana, central Ohio, you're going to see some severe weather. So this one you're going to want to keep an eye on for Friday. It may upgrade to an enhanced risk. I'll keep posted on that. There's actually some severe weather maps we can look at too. So I'm going to backtrack this here to early in the afternoon where the instability begins to develop. So if we go to the CAPE, CAPE is a measure of instability in the atmosphere. So we're going to take a look at that. CAPE's of 3,000. 3,000 is rather high, and so it's understandable why they are projecting some severe weather. 3,000 to between 3,000 and 4,000 is very high instability. So that will contribute to the development of the severe weather, lapse rates, all these ingredients come together. Wind shear, stronger in northwestern Indiana. So that's why when these ingredients come together, that's what produces our severe weather. Supercell composite, this gives us an idea of the potential for supercells, which could produce strong winds and even an isolated tornado. It's pretty high in Indiana, western Ohio. That's why they have this threat out. So Friday, this is your threat. You have levels of 20 for supercell composite, and if we go back to Thursday, wow, that's actually pretty significant. That's not going to be anything to worry about because the ingredients aren't really coming together for that setup. But looks like there's a potential for some supercells in Wisconsin. That's what they're watching for tomorrow night, early tomorrow morning too. So that's going to be something to keep a track on. Now I wanted to go to the forecast for Monday because Monday's actually looking pretty interesting in terms of stronger storms as well, because we're going to have a cool down into the 70s, sharp heat up to near 90 degrees the day before, or the day of the storms on Monday. Then we're going to drop down into the 60s within a couple of days. So that's going to be something that I really want to keep an eye on, because this could develop into something pretty strong right here. This is what we're watching for Monday, development of some stronger storms, some severe storms. It's looking rather intense for that day. So I'll have more information on that if this threat evolves. As this threat evolves and the models come together, I will have information on that. So, in review, we have a threat for severe weather on Thursday, early Friday morning for Michigan, northern Indiana, and then a threat for severe weather on Friday for Indiana and Ohio. So keep a track on that. Hopefully this video was informative to you, and have a great evening and stay safe out there.